Good morning, afternoon, or evening, fellow leaders. Look around you. The modern executive landscape is a battlefield of expectations. Quarterly reports, market fluctuations, shareholder demands, relentless competition, the constant pressure to innovate, to grow, to win. It's exhilarating, yes, but it's also exhausting. It is leading to unprecedented levels of executive burnout, stress, and a pervasive feeling that no matter how much you achieve, it's never quite enough. Many of us are slaves to the outcome. Our mood, our peace, and very sense of self worth often hinge on the latest ROI, the stock price, or that big deal closing. We are driven by results, which is essential for business, but often we become controlled by them. This isn't just unsustainable, it's often hinders our ability to lead effectively in a long run. However, what if there is a way to navigate this high stake environment with unwavering focus, peak performance, and the internal sense of peace that doesn't waver with external turbulence? What if you could achieve monumental success without being captive by the fear of failure or the fleeting high of victory? Today, we are going to unlock an ancient secret, a profound piece of wisdom from one of the most revered spiritual texts in the world, the Bhagavad Gita. Specifically, we will dwell into chapter 2, verse 51, and discover how its timeless message can transform you into what I call the Zen Executive. This isn't about becoming a monk, it's about mastering your mind to master your domain. Let's look at the verse itself. It reads, quote starts, endowed with yogic wisdom, the wise decline the fruit of their action which binds them to the cycle of life and death. Thus liberated, they find peace and freedom from suffering. Quote close. Now, for the modern executive, the cycle of life and death might sound a bit metaphysical, but let's translate into our context. In the corporate world, this cycle can be seen as the endless loop of anxiety, attachment, temporary elation, and inevitable disappointment that comes from being overly invested in the outcome of your action. Yogic wisdom isn't just about bending your body, it's about yoga as the skill in action and the equanimity. It is the wisdom to perform your duty with full engagement, skill, and dedication, but without attachment to the specific result. The wise, the verse says, decline the fruits. This doesn't mean they don't care about success. It means they don't let the desire for or fear of the fruits define their effort or their inner state. Why is this principle so incredibly powerful for executives today? Let's look at various aspects. When you are not paralyzed by the fear of negative outcome or overly fixated on a positive one, your mind becomes clearer. You can assess situations objectively, make more rational choices, and take calculated risk without emotional biases clouding your judgment. Think about it. How many poor decisions have been made out of desperation for a win or a panic over a potential loss? The corporate world is inherently volatile. Projects fail, market crash, competitors emerge. If your inner peace is tied to external success, you are constantly on a roller coaster. Detachment allows you to weather the storms, learn from setbacks without being crushed by them, and maintain energy for the long haul. You become less prone to burnout because your sense of worth isn't contingent or quarterly reports. Fear of failure is the enemy of innovation. When you are not clinging to a specific outcome, you are more willing to experiment, to pivot, and to explore unconventional solutions. This creative freedom is a massive competitive advantage. Leaders who are not driven by ego or the need for external validation inspire greater trust and loyalty. When your team sees you committed to the work itself rather than just the personal glory or the P&L, they are more likely to follow you with conviction. So how does we apply this ancient wisdom in our daily corporate life? It is not about becoming indifferent. It's about a mindful shift in the perspective. So first, focus on the action, not the outcome. Before starting any project or task, mentally commit to doing your absolute best, deploying all your skills and resources. Then make a conscious decision to release attachment to specific result. Your control end with the when the action is complete. The market, the competition, countless variables are beyond your direct command. Your effort is within your control. The result is not. Next, define your purpose beyond the win. Why are you going ahead and doing this? Is it to create a value, solve a problem, innovate, empower your team? Connect your actions to these higher purpose rather than just the financial gain or the personal accolade. When your purpose is strong, the outcome becomes a byproduct, not the sole driver. Now, third is the practice mindful review, not self-flagellations. When the project succeed or fail, review it thoroughly. What worked? What didn't? What can be improved? Do this analytically without letting extreme emotions of elation or despair hijack your learning process. Celebrate success, learn from failure, but don't let either define your intrinsic value or capabilities. Next is cultivate equanimity. This is the heart of the yogic wisdom. It is the ability to remain calm and composed in success and failure, pleasure and pain. This isn't about being emotionless. It's about not being controlled by your emotions. Practice like mindfulness, meditation, even just 5 to 10 minutes a day can dramatically build this inner resilience. Imagine this for a moment. You are leading your company through a challenging period. Deadlines are tight, stakes are high. Instead of feeling a knot in your stomach, you feel a surge of focused energy. You are fully engaged in every meeting, every decision, but you are not consumed by the anxiety and the final numbers. You are simply performing your dharma, your duty with excellence. When the result comes in, good or bad, you process them, you make adjustments, you move forward. Your inner peace remains unshaken because your worth isn't on the balance sheet. You are liberated. This liberation isn't about escaping responsibility, it's about exercising responsibility with maximum effectiveness and minimum internal friction. Well, this isn't just a philosophy, it's a strategic advantage. The Zen Executive isn't passive, they are profoundly active, intensely focused, and incredibly effective. Precisely because they are not enslaved by the very thing they are striving to achieve. So I challenge you, take this lesson from Gita Chapter 2, verse 51 and reflect on how you can apply it. How can you, as a leader, perform your actions with complete dedication while consciously releasing your attachment to the fruits? Let me know in the comments below what's one area in your leadership where you feel most controlled by the outcome, and how might this ancient wisdom help you achieve more peace and greater success. Friends, thanks for joining live. Thanks for participating. If you found this video insightful, please like, share and subscribe for more content on integrating timeless wisdom with modern leadership. Thank you. And in the end, I will say lead with purpose, lead with peace, and I will catch you again in the next one.